So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Foot in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That has not gone well. And he's lost his man here. Tries a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Fabian Ruiz clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
39. À sa place, le numéro 30. Changement en cours.
It's a really well-measured ball. Balde. Ferran Torres is onto it in a flash. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Now it's Rafinha. Quarter of an hour played. And he's managed to get free. Pedri. Rashford going full tilt down the left. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Nicely spread. And that's going right the way across. Oh, that was vital. So we're still where we started right now. He has found the way through. Balde gets a foot in here. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pass somewhat off target.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Vitinha. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Now it's Ramos. Oh, good-looking ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. And he cuts out the supply.
Paris Saint-Germain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Ramos. That's a good ball out wide. That has been slung wide. Paris Saint-Germain have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Pacho. Now it's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Not the most accurate pass. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
Both sides
21.
then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 10. Le numéro 8. À leur place,
That pass isn't the best.
le numéro 25.
Well,
Le
that had the
numéro
makings of something
87.
quite promising, but
Le numéro
it's
14.
fizzled out into
Le
nothing.
numéro 29. Changement.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Pau Kubasi with a definite foul there. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ramos. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Temps additionnel.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And the counter is on. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Merci à tous
So
d'accueillir
your
nos
views on the
joueurs.
first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. just too high.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Yamal. De Jong. Now it's Ramos. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Ramos. He's got away. Real chance! It's a loose ball. Has a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And it's Marquinhos. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Always going over the top.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
They continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Yamal. Barcola. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, they can break here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. That's tidy. Ball driven towards the far post. He's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ramos. And here's Rafinha.
Oh, really well played.
He's found a way through. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Played back in. He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Ferran Torres might just make this. Rafinha, and they can counter here. Rafinha proves just a little bit too strong.
Barcelona are stuck in central station, and they might find the fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
It's just beyond his reach. Now it's Ramos.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Gonzalo Ramos couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence...
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Attention, changement.
So a Barcelona free kick.
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
Rashford! Corner number 2 then. Torres! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Barcola. He's shifting through the gears here. João Neves. Barcola. That has been cut short. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nicely aimed pass.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Ramos. Now it's Neves. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. The pass has gone astray. Lewandowski. Some good work on the right flank here. Mendes does really well to win the ball there. Yamal, and it's De Jong.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Up he goes! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Temps additionnel.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's a sharp pass. Pedri. Rashford. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. João Neves. Now it's Ramos. Lewandowski. Marquinhos. Now it's Ramos. Oh, some tackle that. And there goes the final whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Chers spectateurs, nous allons procéder à l'annonce des numéros gagnants de la tombola. Si vous avez un billet, Regardez bien l'écran.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely... That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Players have gathered round, and they are clearly concerned. Madrid already making their first change. Not what was planned, I don't think.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
El dorsal 14 será reemplazado por el dorsal 15.
Missed by a fraction. And he's found a way past. There's the shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
That is good strength. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, I wonder a little bit what role this guy, Matheus Cunha, has been asked to play here, Peter, because despite all his creativity and ball skills, he doesn't really have blistering pace to be an out-and-out winger or the strength to be a number 9. I just love it when he gets that free rein to roam wherever he wants. We'll have to wait and see on this.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
It's good running with the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Rodrigo. Shaw does well to get it back. No, that was never going to make it.
Rodrigo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Decent chance! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Madrid have broken through, it's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Shapes to shoot! That's another chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
Alex Mount, he's got away. Rudiger spots it and intercepts.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Some good work on the right flank here. Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, good spread. That's really well manoeuvred. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a foul. It could be a penalty. Madrid presented with a golden opportunity here. To further improve their position of comfort. And that's a poor penalty.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now that's well seen too. And here's Vinicius Junior, and he's away. And the shot! In he goes again. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Madrid can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Good ball, good take. Yoro concedes a free kick for that. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. That's got him rattled. Some resolute defending there. Well read, nice interception. Rodrigo! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's had it taken off him. Not the most convincing of passes. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Alexander-Arnold. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Rodrigo. Played out to the left flank. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
He's beaten the last man. Euro, Manchester United looking to pass their way through.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Tries from distance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Casemiro puts his foot on the gas. Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rodrigo. He is through here. No way through there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
The pass has gone astray, over to the left.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And he skips past his man.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And he's had a hit.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Madrid are still that goal to the good. And he's managed to get shot at goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And he's making progress on the ball. Eder Militao makes the interception. Nicked it back promptly. Diallo goes steaming forward. Goes down, but nothing given.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that's a throw-in. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Mounts! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Yoro gets across to intercept that. He's found the way, has a shot! And that has skimmed the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
Driving forward. He has found the way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
Tries from a long way out. That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's rather hopeful. Oh, that could cost them.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Now it's Bellingham. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Madrid leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Nicely spread.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Bellingham. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came. He's having a hit! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Has a look and place it forward.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That'll be a throw-in. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Looking tidy in possession here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. And here's Rodrigo. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rodrigo taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And already we're underway here. Just eases him off the ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bensebaini. Now he's off and running. Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's burst through! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Chan. And that has left him in a heap. Asensio kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Rodrigo. Ryerson. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Might want to be careful there.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Pinches it off him. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now this could be a chance.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Borussia Dortmund upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Rodrigo! It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo. And that's gone loose. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, some tackle that. Good ball, good take. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Sabitzer. Bensebaini. And they win it back again. Now it's Rodrigo. He's through, now is he in? Rodrigo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is good alertness. Now it's Rodrigo, and he's found a way past. Rodrigo couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Played out towards the right wing. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, read. Nice interception. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that pass isn't the best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's gone for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That has not gone well. Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. Borussia Dortmund have got it back, and they'll have another go. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's fabulous. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 17 será reemplazado por
And the second half gets underway.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
He's free, he has... Adeyemi! What a big... Oh, and a chance! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Borussia Dortmund grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Sabitzer cuts out the pass. Madrid come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Rodrigo.
That was lovely, that.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Guirassy. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's on it, can he get away? The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Long ball by the goalkeeper. He's had it taken off him. No, that's been intercepted. This is a chance for Borussia Dortmund to break. Now it's Rodrigo. He's beaten the last man. He's having a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
And he's got the beating of his man. Camavinga. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he's going to have his name taken. Now it's Guirassy. Bellingham. Now it's Guirassy. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Madrid can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It could be in here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
I think there's actually a quite...
Sabitzer! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bensebaini clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bellingham. Great defending, strong and determined. That's good running with the ball. And he was quick to react. Now it's Guirassy. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3.
Sabitzer is standing over this one.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of power.
He's trying the shot. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
It's a pretty loose pass. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. He's away!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Played out to the left flank. Oh, they can break here. Schlotterbeck gets a foot in here. It's not an especially good pass, that. Keeper's got good distance on that. Carvajal kept his eye on it, and he's there. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Howson spots it and intercepts. Chouameni. Now it's Fabio Silva. Stood up well to him there. Oh, that's well spotted. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Camavinga gets into some space. There's the header!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's had it nicked away. Camavinga, forwards and with intent. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vinicius Junior with the foul. Vinicius Junior. Nemecha proves just a little bit too strong. Can he finish? Oh, he's caught him in or out. Madrid may have thrown this away at the death. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
To turn a deficit into a lead. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Now, who's going to be first to this? Pings in across. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Rodrigo. There will be 4 extra minutes. Desperate defending required here. Nemecha! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. This to complete the turnaround. The comeback is complete. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
And there goes the final whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost it.